DJ Event Planner will change the way you manage and run your business. Streamline all of your procedures and software into one easy-to-manage system. DJ Event Planner, the ultimate online planning tool.
Hey, everybody, and welcome out to the Monday Night Show. Thank you so very much for taking out some time out of your busy day and evening and all that kind of good stuff to join us. I feel weird. I feel weird tonight because this is like the first time in a month where we're back with Shani's Got 5 on it. And so for those of you that may be just like tuning in because it's a DJNTV show and you're like, oh, there's a link, let me follow it, and you've never been a part of the show, well, first off, shame on you. But second of all, thank you very much for taking a moment out of your day to join us, because Shani's going to give us 5 topics, 5 different things that are happening in the industry, some of them very much directly DJ related, some music related, some kind of just off the top of her head, whatever kind of is her whim. And we get to have some fun with it and learn a whole bunch of great things along the way about it. One little note, which I thought was very funny, is I have not heard the song where we kind of half stole the name in like years. Heard it yesterday.
Where were you?
Heard it yesterday.
What were you doing that
I was playing, I think I was playing Spin Cycle on iHeartRadio.
Oh,
And which is just like a 24-hour mix show for the most part, and every once in a while they'll drop in an old track in between to kind of fill up the gaps. And there it was, and I was like, oh, I was like, I remember that song, and I knew that's where we cut the name. But
do you know who the DJ was? Because 3 of them are from Chicago. They're my DJ. They work for me, so I just wondered.
I don't think it was in a mixed show.
Oh, okay.
Oftentimes they like I say, they fill in the gap with like an old school track.
Yeah.
And I think it was in there. I think I want to say it was within there. I was listening, but it was more background listening.
Yeah.
At the time. So, yeah. But so then after the show, make sure you stick around. Don't drop early because you're going to be mad that you missed out. After the show, there'll be a link put into all the various places on YouTube, on the Facebook page, on John's personal page, and that'll be a link where you get to come and hang out with us, and you get to have your picture right there.
In the Brady Bunch.
Or maybe like that. Yeah, exactly. Brady Bunch style. And we'll just hang out and have a good time. And yeah. So I think it's time that we get into our first topic tonight.
Excellent.
What are you leading off with us?
Let's do it. Well, since we've kind of haven't done I Got 5 for a while, and I'm sure everybody already knows this, that the Queen of Soul is no longer with us. So that kind of happened like right when we were in Atlantic City. So we really didn't get to talk about that. So I don't really need to talk about that part of it because it did happen. I hope a lot of you that DJ'd over the last 2 weekends hopefully threw in some of her songs just to kind of give her a little shout out. Not that you don't already play it, because I know I still play like Respect and stuff like that, but I hope some of you guys were maybe to be able to throw in some other stuff that you didn't really haven't played in a while for background or anything like that. But they're doing a big funeral tribute to her, which is going to be August 31st. It is a private funeral, but that didn't stop anybody because there is basically going to be 19 different singers performing at this tribute.
At this private tribute.
It's a private, right. And this is private. This is not a public tribute. This is her funeral. That's going to be private in Detroit, at the Greater Grace Temple. But they definitely said this was a private tribute, private funeral. But Stevie Wonder is going to do a tribute. Chaka Khan, Jennifer Hudson, Faith Hill, Ron Isley, Fantasia. Then some gospel greats, Yolanda Adams, Shirley Caesar, the Clark sisters, Jennifer Holliday. I mean, I would love to just be a fly on the wall just to hear them all sing.
You got to wonder if a couple of them thought, hey, if I go sing at the event, I get to go. I mean, I don't want to make, I'm not trying to make light of the funeral aspect, but, you got to wonder if like it started and a couple of them were, like Stevie Wonder. Okay. We get that. A couple of the other, gospel and greats and stuff like that. Okay, we get that. Faith Hill, not really one I would have put in that same category of going.
They're friends. They were friends.
Oh.
See, that's the whole thing. Every single person that is singing has some sort of special relationship with her.
Okay.
So that's why I even brought up Faith Hill's name. Yeah.
Did not know that one.
Everybody has some sort of special bond with her.
Okay.
So that's why I was like, and Faith Hill.
Yeah.
But they are doing a tribute show the night before in Detroit. So they haven't announced all the artists that are performing. I'm sure it's not those artists, but there's other artists that said that they would definitely love to perform at the tribute show. I'm sure because they're going to be at the funeral. They figured, let's do our tribute to her. So there is going to be a tribute show that is, of course, open to the public the night before. That's going to be taking place in Detroit at one of the parks.
Any word on streaming or TV play with that one? Okay.
No, they haven't said anything about any of that. I don't know, if they're going to do any of that. Not to get into the logistics of all this, but just to let you guys all know. And of course, we don't have the money that she had, but she did not have a will. This is another artist that passed away that was sick and still didn't have a will. So that means that this is all going, her $80 million is going public, and God knows how long it's going to be in the courts to just, hey, you get some, you get some, you get some, you get some. So I'm just saying to the DJs out there that are watching this, anybody else who's watching this, if you don't have a will, then get a trust, just have something while you're alive. So you don't have hardship on your family. Again, I don't want to get into the, the legalities of everything, but I mean, she had I believe a special needs son. And that's what they're kind of freaking out about, is because she didn't leave anything that said specifically what to do with some of the money, what to do that. So when there's no will, there's no trust, there's no nothing. I mean, just like Prince's stuff is still going through the legal stuff. It could take years. And when I say years, like over 10 years to then have it divvied up to family members. And, it's terrible. So please, you guys, and I know if you don't, I don't feel sick, I'm not going to get sick. It has nothing to do with that. If you have family, you don't have family, then if you put it in trust or make a living will. So that's just my little two cents about that for
Keeping
you guys.
It real. Keeping it.
And if you don't have somebody to leave in that will, John is taking applications.
Yes. Where's my clipboard?
That's when you do a trust. I mean, honestly, guys, that's when you do a trust. And if anybody's, not that I have legal stuff, but if anybody has any questions about that, to say like, who do I go to for this? I definitely can help you guys just a little bit with that. Cause I actually just updated my trust and my will for reasons. So my stuff is in trust and I do have a will. I have both of them, and I'm not a millionaire. So please, just make sure you guys take care of yourselves. We're not the Queen of Soul, but just take care of yourselves and your family. But back to her. Yes. So that's going to be a crazy funeral. I don't know if, BET or anybody's going to do a tribute show or anything like that to her afterwards or anything like that. So we'll see what happens. But that her funeral is going to be August 31st, and the tribute show that's open to the public is going to be August 30th there in Detroit.
Awesome. All right, number 2.
Number 2, when I say the word soft sell, or I should say the artist soft sell, what comes to everybody's mind?
Tainted Love.
Anything else?
Hair gel.
Nope.
He said hair. Okay, but if we're talking music, John.
Oh.
Wait. What did John say?
Hair gel.
Hair gel.
That was the word of the day. DJ Brandon and I would like to use the word hair gel. There, Brandon, I give you your shout out.
Okay. Okay.
I have not reading the comments. I have no idea what's going on.
I don't know, but he like changed the color and everything in that.
What is going on? How did he do all that?
We'll talk about that later.
Okay. I just saw it just on the corner of my eye. I just saw colors. Okay.
John gave him special.
Well,
whatever. So, soft sell.
Yeah.
Exactly. I mean, I think most people just really only know Tainted Love if we talk about that. But a little fun fact for you guys about Tainted Love before I get into what I'm going to say. This is just a little fun fact. Did you guys know that they did a cover of somebody else singing Tainted Love?
I don't think I knew that.
Gloria Jones. Gloria Jones came out with Tainted Love back in 1964. So it was her song.
Okay.
And then Soft Cell decided to do their own version of Tainted Love.
You do realize I'm looking that up now because that's...
Oh, you can look that up.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've got to look this up.
This is called Shani, I Got 5 on it. You know I got some facts. While John's looking that up, I'm going to tell you why I'm actually bringing up Soft Cell. Not because to let you guys know a little fun fact from Shani, but because they actually have a new single out. Their first single in 15 years.
Tainted Love Part 2.
Yeah, exactly.
Tainted Love, Whatever Happened. No, it's actually called Northern Lights. And this is the first single in 15 years by the duo. And if anybody is really like a big Soft Cell lover at heart, September 28th, they'll have the new album that's coming out. That's called The Singles, Keychains and Snowstorms. Which Northern Lights, of course, will be on it, and I don't know what else if they're just gonna. But August 21st is when Northern Lights the song came out, and I don't know anything about it. I'm going to be honest. So maybe they're just going to stick with Tainted Love. John, did you look up my Tainted Love yet?
Yeah.
And what does it say, John?
There she is, Gloria Jones. I did not.
Okay.
Reggie in the chat room says that he actually has that version.
There you go.
So,
see,
if anybody was going to have it, Reggie would have it.
She was the original, Gloria Jones.
So,
but yeah,
I'm just curious, is Northern Lights a copy of somebody else's?
No, not that I know of. I don't think so.
When you read out the first one as a cover, I'm like, that's all they're going to do.
It's a cover of somebody from 1968. No. It is just their own song, Northern Lights. They said it has this like the same feel of the synth pop that they do.
Well, if you did something 30 years ago, why change it?
Yeah, exactly.
Right. I mean, so it's they're in 15 years, they decided to come out with another one, and an album's going to drop in end of September.
Okay. I think we beat that one to a dead Tainted Love horse. Number 3?
Number 3, LL Cool J. He just wants to, stay relevant. I know back in
he's got the TV show.
He's got the TV show that this fall season's going to start again, and he's back on it. He didn't leave, but he has a new radio show on Sirius XM. That's for those that actually have Sirius XM. Channel 43. I even could give you the channel 43 in Sirius XM, but it's not going to start till September 1st, and it's going to be called Rock the Bells. If you don't know that why, then I think, you need to do your hip hop.
Just YouTube it.
Yeah. His first guest is going to be Eminem. And he really is going to do it's going to be a monthly basis show. So it's not going to be every day. It's not going to be every week. It's just going to be every month. and it's a no holds bar interview, with him and some hip hop guys, and just asking everything about, growing up, their history, their claim to fame, how they felt, getting into it and things like that. So it's definitely just going to be interview, talk about anything you want. He's giving them free reign of how they want to speak, what they want to speak, and what they want to say. So I find it really interesting. I think that, if anybody's into finding out the history of some artists and their background, not just seeing stuff on social media, it's definitely something to turn into. So again, that's going to be September 1st is the first show with Eminem. And it's, if you guys have Sirius in your car or portable, it's going to be channel 43. LL Cool J.
I look forward to that. I mean, what was the award show he did a couple years ago? Was it Grammys? Oscars? Grammys.
Yes,
yeah.
I believe the Grammys.
When he would host that. And he always seemed to do very eloquent job. It seemed to handle the master of ceremonies part with that, quite well. So interesting to see what he would do at this show. You said it starts September 1st and probably
September
just runs
1st,
periodically?
And then it's going to be a monthly show. So he's going to have, and I think it's just kind of like a trial run basis. I think that's why they're doing it, and see the ratings and see what's going to happen. Because there's so many hip hop stations out there that he actually could just take over like a day a week, or, like on a weekend and stuff like that, when they have like the guest DJs that all come in and take over the show. I think, might be something cool if it works out. And these interviews are spot on, that people really want to listen to them.
Very cool.
Neat.
I do find it funny that in the chat room we've been talking about sharks, and he was in a shark movie. The segues here, man, they're all over the place. If you're not following along, I don't know what to do.
Master web of
Yeah, we're not talking about sharks. There's nothing to talk about.
No sharks to see.
Baby shark.
No.
Oh man, my 2.5-year-old starts singing it to you.
Yeah.
Your heart will melt. Number 4.
Well, that's different. That's different. Number 4. Did you ever think like where you ranked when you got your income tax form and saw how much money you made? Like, do I rank in the highest DJs? Am I anywhere near the list of the highest DJs? Do I even come close to John, the highest paid DJ in the world? Do you think like you're close to it?
I spend a little time crying in the corner.
So
I think John's the highest paid DJ in his house
right now. I mean,
yeah, I didn't say for 2 years from now.
Yeah, I mean, let's face it. I've got to enjoy the crowd for a bit
longer. If you guys are, have goals and really want to get up there, highest paid DJs are in the millions. I'm just going to let you guys know. So if you're like, oh, okay, I'm not there. I'll just kind of tell you like the 15th highest paid DJ, who's Afrojack. He's only at 10 million.
Oh,
some change.
I wonder how he affords McDonald's on weekends.
Yeah. But the highest paid DJ again for 6 years in a row. This is his 6th year. Do you guys, chat room, do you guys think you have a guess of who it is without doing a little Google or asking Alexa or Siri?
Well, now that you said that, they're going to do it.
I know.
If you hadn't told them not to do it, they wouldn't even thought about
it. I know how they are in that chat room.
They would have been like, we don't know. How would we?
But I'll give you some names. It could be Cascade. It could be Zed. It could be Diplo, Tiesto. Might even be Chainsmokers because they've kind of come up in the last couple years.
I'm going to say no to that one because you didn't say the word they when you listed it before.
True.
I said DJs. I did say DJs, highest paid DJs. I have been saying an S at the end of DJs the whole entire time.
I think you said he, though. Said them.
Paris Hilton is the best guess I've seen so far.
Not even close. She's not even, no.
Mark is after brownie points there by saying that it would be
Chi-Town Shady. Yeah, that would be.
Steve Aoki.
Guess who? Who got it first? I think Freddie. No, Freddie's first response. They're all
Hardwell?
Coming now. No, DJ Brandon got it.
David Guetta.
Brandon got it. No, wait, I'm trying to look. They're all coming in right now. No, DJ Brandon didn't get it. I don't know where they all are. And then Freddie got it on his second. Freddie got it on his second try. I'm just gonna leave it there because they're all coming in on me now. Yeah, Freddie got it on a second try. So the highest paid DJ 6 years in a row right now is Calvin Harris. Yes, 48 million for the year.
Nice.
Now he does have a residency now in Vegas where he gets at least 6 figures on that. So I have a feeling that maybe next year it's probably going to happen again because of that. But, you know, if you guys also think too, I mean, he produced One Kiss and he's got other songs that have been not only top 10, but hit the one chart. So Calvin Harris, 6 years in a row, 48 million is what his income was.
Wow.
You said 6 figures. Are you talking 6 figures a night?
I'm talking whenever time he goes to DJ in Vegas.
Okay.
That one
event is okay.
Event
That's what I thought, because at first when you said it, I'm like, yeah, that's a lot of money, and then I'm thinking, well, wait a minute, maybe not for the right following type of thing.
Yeah.
How do you make ends meet when you're only making 6 figures in one night in Vegas? The expenses in Vegas. I mean, you've got, $3 bottles of water. How can you afford that?
Right, because
I think it's in his rider.
Yeah, I'm like, that's not in his rider.
The water's in his rider.
Except I forgot to
I give Mark brownie points though for saying my name in that.
But no, that kind of, I mean, I'd be curious with that, and this is my own way my mind thinks of that. I'd be curious with those with the listing, even like the top 10, how many or how much of their income is straight from DJing, as opposed to what you mentioned with producing, and I know that that's another side of it, but it's still another side of it. Like I'd be curious as far as like what percentage actually comes.
I'll give you the top 5, and you can kind of see which ones just DJ and which ones do other things.
Okay.
So number 2 is Chainsmokers.
Okay.
So they are too. They DJ, and they also, as we know, they produce music, because I'm sure a lot of us have played some of their hits. They weren't that far off. They came in at 45.5 mil, but remember, it's 2 of them.
Yeah, I mean, again,
yeah, so you can't really count that.
So
they're really only at 22.75.
Yeah.
They got to split that. Tiesto came in at 3. He's at 33 mil. So he's still making it big. But if you're in that
drop off though.
Yeah, it's a big drop off. He still, he's still got music on the charts and stuff in the club world. Steve Aoki is at 28 mil, and he's straight DJing. Well, if you want to call it DJing, but he's straight DJing when he's not throwing a cake. Yeah. And then Marshmello is number 5 at 23 mil. And just so you guys know, DJ Khaled is not even on this list. He's not even close, because like I said, at 15 is Afrojack. So he's not even close to this list at all. If you guys think about it, he's not spinning anywhere.
Yeah. But
he's producing. So I'm talking about DJing, guys. Just because the name says DJ in it doesn't mean that he's DJing anymore. He's producing. So, and with the songs, these are people who he's going out and either have residencies at Vegas, or they're traveling around and they're DJing, and he is not doing that. So you guys have to kind of think business-like when he produces a song. And we talked about this on one of the other shows, like where all the money goes and things like that. So,
well, but I think it's fair to, I don't want to say maybe jump to that conclusion, but when we hear some of those top names, and we add in the fact that what has helped escalate them is that producing side, and so I could understand where some of them may be led to believe that. But honestly, I would also,
the numbers are because, like I said, like Calvin Harris is pulling in 6 figures,
right?
Every time he's jumping on, the CDJs. So that's where they're getting their money. I'll be honest, that is where they're getting their money. They're getting 6 figures. If you're DJing twice a week in Vegas, or even once a week, in Vegas, and you're making that. And then your other side stuff, we'll call it, even though it's not side stuff, but the producing music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many, and I apologize for maybe using the wrong terminology, but how many of that top 15 would you classify in EDM genre?
I would say almost all of them are club style music.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder
but
also
that doesn't mean they always play. Like if you ever see them play, but their music, like if they're a producer, most of them, except for like a Calvin Harris, that his stuff has gone top 40, or Chainsmokers, most of the other ones, unless they're doing remixes for artists, which a lot of them do, if you pull out their name and in their record pools, you're going to be like, oh, I didn't know there was a Tiesto remix of, Taylor Swift or something like that. But a lot of them, most of the songs that they will produce where their name is first on it, where it'll say like Tiesto featuring and like a singer, is stuff that I would put in the club, like in the club world, that you would play, in clubs and not at, a wedding or a bar mitzvah or a sweet 16 or things like that. Unless for some reason it was in a movie or if it was in a TV show or a commercial and it, had that crossover following, like all those songs do that when they kind of go on social media or TVs or, things like that. But a lot of them are the club DJs, that are playing in those type of venues. And then the producing is second for them, which if they'll tell you it's the producing's first and, the DJ, but if you're talking money,
yeah,
it's the other way.
Yeah. I was just curious about it because I don't know, just my thought also was like worldwide appeal.
Yeah.
To get into that. When we talk about the producing side, I would imagine, and I may be completely wrong in this, but I would imagine that those that are doing that club style and that have that producing, even the top 40, I mean, the Chainsmokers, it still has that same type of feel. Has a different worldwide appeal and could pull in more numbers from international than Khalid and shouting over. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm looking in the chat room really quick about some people are really still on this. I don't know why they're still on this.
Because they can. I love Howie though.
Said, I get six figures, but ever after. If we think about it, do you really get the six figures? I mean, with everything that you're doing, like he's walking into a club and just doing, and I'm sure you had hours of prep work. I'm sure you had, maybe an assistant, maybe not an assistant, but just, yeah. So that's funny that he said that. Howie, we don't talk about that part. Those DJs that always post that stuff on social media really like boggles my mind. Are you really like posting your tip on your social media? Like I'm not putting that at Howie. He's just putting it in the chat, for us to kid around. But I see it all over Facebook and stuff that people are like laying their cash down and like, hey, look at this tip that I got. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, first of all, I hope none of your clients are friends with you that you guys are doing that, because that's in my opinion, and I'm just going to keep it real. I think it's tacky to even talk about that on social media. And secondly, we are supposed to claim all our money, but I know we all, I'm not going to, this is going to go on internet, so I'm not going to talk about that, but yes. So Howie, we don't know what you're talking about. And then, yes, DJ Brandon asked me a question. How many of those DJs have been caught with their CDJs off? You mean just using the thumb drive and it's pre-mixed? Is that what you're talking about? And yeah, okay. So we're not going to go there either, because that could be a whole nother story that I've seen in person. So what's our next number? What number are we at?
5.
Like around 5.
Okay.
Hence we got 5 on it. Shane's got 5.
Yes, number 5. So number 5, Dan was really liking this one. And I'm going to tell you guys what the most streamed songs of summer have been so far. If you are not playing this in your playlist, these songs, I don't know why. And also, I want to say 2 of them were even like my personal picks from the summer show that I personally said, and a couple of them were the other DJs. But number 1, can we even figure out who the number 1 artist is? Or I'll say this, 1 or 2. Number 1 or 2. I'll give you the 1 and 2.
Okay.
You could say a name and it's probably either going to be 1 or 2.
Cardi B.
John, what's your?
Oh, goodness gracious. I'm thinking Drake has just been all over yet this summer and being popping up at.
I guess I should clarify. Did you say most streamed artist or most streamed song?
Okay, I'm keeping your answer. Your answer. Thank you. Well, guess what? You guys are both correct. You guys both hit 1 and 2.
Wow.
Nice.
So number 1 is
play Family
Drake.
Feud.
Number 1 is Drake, and it's In My Feelings. And that has, from June 1st to August 20th, 393 million times it's been streamed.
Wow.
Okay.
Streamed.
Not to mention,
that's not downloaded. That's not bought. That's not like, this is just streaming. Like,
and that's not counting like the YouTube streams of somebody doing the viral video to the little.
No. So like that number would totally. Yeah. So Drake in My Feelings. And I know I've talked about this on one of the other shows that, there were like 6 of his songs that were in the top 10.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, he still has that, but number 2 is Cardi B, but it's actually Maroon 5 with Cardi B, the Girls Like You. And that is number 1 right now. And it's been number 1, I think I think it's the one that actually bumped out Drake out of number 1. And it's been number 1 for a good while. And that's at 293 million streams.
Okay.
Yeah. Number 3 is Cardi B again. It's Cardi B with J Balvin and Bad Bunny with I Like It. That's at 289 million streams.
So apparently some people liked it.
Yeah, so some people did. So you got In My Feelings at number 1. You have Girl Like You at number 2, and then you have I Like It at number 3. Number 4 is a fairly new song that is, the kids are all into it, because I know I actually played it this weekend at my party, and there was not one person not singing it, and I was just kind of like this the whole time. It is Juice WRLD, Lucid Dreams. That is like, if you guys have not heard of Juice WRLD, you have to get a couple songs off and make sure they're the clean versions if you're playing for the private events, off the album. And the youngins will be singing every single word to it. Even like not just the chorus. They will sing every word to it. It's not one of those where they're just going to wait to the chorus. They'll sing every word to it. And then number 5, I know we talked about Triple X and how he passed away and everything, and because of all that, his song got back in the top 10. And for those that didn't know, he actually had his song in the top 10. So it's not like, oh, well, this is because, no, he actually was a rapper that had his song in the top 10, but he tops out number 5 with Sad. So it went back into the streaming, of course, when everything that happened, that people were trying to bring his music back relevant. So Drake, Cardi B's got 2 of them, Juice WRLD and Triple X are the 5 that are the most streamed from June 1st to August 20th. And like I said, Juice WRLD just came out. So that's crazy that it's at 4 and it's only been out for not even like a month, I don't even think yet, that album dropped.
Well, it seems like when things are coming out, it comes out hard.
Yeah.
A lot of these are jumping. Like, right.
Yeah. For it to even be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm sure Travis Scott is going to jump up in there with his new album, because when that came out, his songs are blowing up right now too. So, but it's interesting if you see, I don't know how many people do a lot of teen events or kids parties or stuff like that, but especially with school happening right now and even the school events, you're not going to find, even if there are a lot of 120, 130 beat per minute songs, the ones that the kids really want to hear and listen to are the hip hop songs.
Yeah.
And it's okay, guys. Like, it's okay. It's okay if they're not jumping up and down and going crazy and dancing, because they're going to be singing all the words to the songs, and they're going to be doing their little viral dances to all of them, and the Fortnite stuff and all that kind of stuff. So don't think that you're trying to pull your hair out, because that's what happened to Dan in Outlook. Okay. Like it's okay to do a whole night of all this kind of music if you have all the clean versions and you keep the flow going and you just keep it going for the kids, and you'll have a successful night with all of it. So don't think like, yes, of course, like One Kiss and all that, the kids are still into the, that, and you could probably do a good set, but they really are into the hip hop, guys. Sorry to say, I told you guys this at the beginning of the summer. It's going to be here.
And here's the thing that I just hate with that. Because my issue with that is not the hip hop part of it, but it's the 65. It's like the 60 to 65 BPM hip hop. It's it's just so slow on the BPM. That's the part that I think gets at me. I like hip hop, but I like the faster. Even just getting into the 90s helps that feel of the move. But
the sad part is there's such a, right now for the summer hits, there's such a big part that's like 65 to like 80. Mm-hmm. The Nicki songs, I don't like to say his name, but I'll just give him one tiny shout out, 6ix9ine. I mean, like all that kind of stuff. The song Mickey, where they do this stupid Zoom challenge. I mean, stuff like that. It's just, they're all like Pug Life, all that stuff. Like they're all in that frame. And yeah, I get what you're saying. Mm-hmm. And if you could find a redrum, or you could just find some, for yourself, just for yourself, so you could have a little beat behind it. But it's like that.
But the one selling point that I guess is kind of nice is, you got to work with the flow a little bit, but it's not like you have to transition as much to try and get up to that. You just half time it. Or double time it, and now you're in the 120s, and now we're good.
Yeah. Or you just do what I do, and you still play the Walmart Yodel song because the kids still are into. I played it this weekend again, and I just looped it right at the Yodel part just on purpose, and they were just doing it, and I didn't get to Snapchat or Instagram that because I was laughing so hard during that I couldn't believe that they were doing it. Like I was just laughing. I'm like, oh my God, they're totally just doing the Yodel part of it with me. So yes, I didn't get to do that. So I apologize. By the way, those that follow me. Yes.
While we're talking viral,
yes,
in that aspect.
Yeah.
Did you see the post I put up probably the end of last week?
No, what was it? I didn't see it.
Baby Shark.
Oh yeah, Baby Shark is, for those that don't know, that's getting big. I did the techno version this weekend.
Yes.
I did it during like one of the games when I did all my like crazy music and stuff like that. So, and I even did the little Einstein, and they were singing it too. Like I just went a little crazy with all them because I had to get out of the hip hop.
Yeah.
So like for me to get out of the hip hop, I do stuff like that. And then I segue into like One Kiss and things like that. So I can just keep my little sanity so I don't have to do like 4 hours of hip hop.
But I thought it was funny because the video that I had, it was just a little snippet, and it was from, I don't know if it was a bar with a dance floor or whether it was a club. It was just too focused to see. And they were going, like, we're talking 20-something-year-olds going nuts and doing it. And I was just like, you don't have kids. Like, why are you?
It has nothing to do with it. It's those viral, it's the viral things. Like they don't even know where it came from. They don't even care.
They're just doing it. Yeah.
It's if something goes viral, they do it. That's like how I do my little secret things. So I don't do a whole hip hop night because that's what the kids want. I'll go into like the Yodel, I'll go into like the techno little Einstein, go into techno Baby Shark. And then that's my segue to go into some of the, the singing stuff for them and go into, One Kiss and stuff like that, and do a little bit of 120 beats per minute for their little small attention span, and then segue back into the hip hop. And I could just be like, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But as you saw, I worked with that big band Saturday night. So I was excited about that one.
I want to talk to you about that at some point. Just because I was just curious as to what, because it's not like this was what you're used to sometimes when you're playing with the band where you're like over here and the band is here. When they're done playing, like you play.
Like the one time, or even like when I did the setup and I was like, can you see where I'm set up? I was smack dab in the middle of an 18-piece band. Like he didn't, I thought I was going to be like, when I got there, I'm like, he's going to have me on the side of this like little table, like behind a pillar. I'm going to have to like be like this. No, he's like, I'm putting you, but there was a reasoning for all that. And we could talk about that like in the hangout. He had me smacked up in the middle because he had to give me the music cues with the rest of them. So we could do the whole segues of when they were dropping down and I was coming in and I was dropping on and they were coming in. So he wanted to make sure he was like right here in my face. So I had like a horn section next to me. I had like 2 drummers. It was awesome.
So this wasn't you were DJing and a live set was playing with you per se, but it was an ebb and flow.
It was like they did sets, I did sets, but while they were doing sets, I was doing some cool stuff DJing too. Like I was doing some sounds and a little scratching and stuff like that. Not that anyone might not probably be able to hear that over 18 pieces, but but I know I had fun doing it. And then every once in a while, the drummer gave me
the triangle.
I did ask for the triangle, but he gave me tambourine. I asked for the triangle because I was like, you could always use more cowbell too, but he gave me the tambourine during like certain songs, like Think and stuff like that. So I was like all over the stage being like the dancing girl with the tambourine.
Oh my
like,
goodness.
We're never gonna have her back. Can we use a DJ that just stands there?
Stays in her spot.
That stays in her spot.
So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 5. Shani gave us 5.
I did.
I had to count again. I'm telling you, after a month of not doing that, I lost for a second. But I think we got to 5. If I'm not mistaken, though, I believe John he's not at 5.
He doesn't have 5, but
he can't live up to Shani's. He can't live up to Shani. He doesn't have 5, but I think he has 1.
So
he has 1. He's 5.5 for me.
5.5. Yeah, exactly. So the DJNTV store is up and running. You can go to djntv.com/store, or you can go to discjockeynews.com/store, and it'll take you to the same spot. And the hats and the shirts and the jackets are there, and you can order something if you would like, because there were quite a few people who have been jumping on that, and that is out there and available. So yay, rah, rah for that. The second part is if you are interested in joining the DJNTV Insider, one of the last promotion we did was with DJ Expo, and I had people who were like, that's really cool. They can buy the Insider for a year, and then they're going to get all the printed copies of the Disc Jockey News between now and the end, which is December 19th of 2019, because we switch over to a different format at that time. So we've got about 16 issues left. So for one payment, you get your access to the Disc Jockey News Insider area. You'll get the last of the papers, and you will also get access to the PDFs of the Disc Jockey News. So you're going to basically get all those things for one price. So it just makes it a little bit easier. And you can go out to djntv.com/maybe subscribe. But anyway, go out to djntv.com and click on join, and that will take you to the spot. And that's all there. So I think that was it.
Yes. So make sure you guys check out the store with some cool stuff in there. And if you're not already an insider, please, what are you waiting for?
What are you thinking? Yeah.
Like, what are you guys waiting for? I mean, you get to hang out with us all the time.
Well, and you look
and
at
more than just us.
You look at the last
and
2
the convention
weeks.
series.
Yeah, exactly. The last 2 weeks we had Dave Tournier last week, which for wedding DJs was he really did great. And then tonight, I mean, you guys are supporting DJNTV. That's one of the reasons why Mike Malkowitz was on tonight from Profit First and his new book with Clockwork. I mean, you've got an internationally known author who's coming on here to give you some tips and ideas and such in that first half hour. That
soak it all in.
Yeah, that was some good information. And
all
there's
angles.
Right now, I think just in a convention series, we've got to be getting close to 20 videos in there, which you would have access to. And of course, the fall schedule, it's, I think, right now booked up till December every week.
Yeah, he couldn't even fit me in.
Yeah, exactly.
What's up with that? I couldn't even do a convention series. What's up with that?
Yeah, we talked about doing a bar mitzvah one.
I know. I couldn't even
No. From what I understand, it was, never mind.
Cool. Just go somewhere and get yourself in trouble there, Dan. Remember, she's a vengeful person if you cross her.
I know better than to cross Shani. Trust me.
Just don't get on my bad side, people. But those who are close to me know that already.
See,
I'm sweet as candy until you cross me.
you think it was originally that we let Shani on the show? No, she lets us on the show. That's the way this world runs. Oh my.
Okay.
So, anything else, John?
That I think is it. We've got actually a couple of things that'll be coming up in next year that we're working on right now. Sean had asked about a DJNTV event at Mobile Beat next year, and today we finalized that, and we're actually going to have a hospitality suite. Probably Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, every night of Mobile Beat.
So does that mean when I check out of my room, I can just put my stuff in there?
You
then
can put your stuff in there, and you will be able to have all of the tap water you would like for free.
I'm like, so if I take that red eye flight again, I don't have to
Yeah, exactly. So
that's awesome. So that's another insider, guys. Like if you're become an insider, and now we can hang out in the hospitality room and bring our paper cups for water.
I was going to supply those because when you walk down by that McDonald's that's on the north end there by what used to be the Riviera, people leave their cups there on the curb. I mean, these are perfectly good cups. All we have to do is wipe them out a little bit, and we're good to go. Right, so
because I don't have because I have the perfect immune system for anything.
Oh, exactly. Especially things
for you command your own glass cup.
We'll keep a straw for you, so that way you don't have to drink out of the cup.
Yeah, but now they're like banning straws places, everywhere. So we have to be careful with that. So awesome. So those going to Mobile Beats,
keep an eye out for more details.
Keep an eye for DJNTV and buy that gear at the store so we can represent and take like a big group picture one night and stuff.
And one last little tidbit is that we're in the works right now of putting together possibly an event in Minneapolis in 2019 for DJNTV. That's about all I can say.
I just want to make sure you're going to have a heater.
Am I going to get the private jet to fly me out?
Yeah, sure.
Can we arrange that?
It depends on how many folds it takes for me to make that jet out of paper, but I'll get it there with the stamp.
I'm holding you to that.
So April of 2019, we're going to be getting more information out on that. We are talking with a couple of different folks about putting that together. I
might just have to, when that date comes, I might just have to get a club gig
out
there like I have before.
It has to coincide with Paisley Park and First Avenue.
Yeah. First of all, we'll talk to Mike about Paisley Park and First Avenue because I'm not doing a club gig when we're going there.
Yeah. So
I'll be the one that you guys will have to walk around me because I'll just be taking millions of pictures.
You can't take pictures at Paisley Park. They'll beat you.
Okay. Shani can't go live from concerts. Okay.
So this week it's Dan and John all by ourselves. Well, where's Shani? Well, you see, she's still arrested in the Paisley Park jail, and they beat her daily with. Yeah.
Collect call from Shani. Can someone please come get me out? I really need help right now.
Shani, yes. you sound like you've had practice with that.
Yeah, that was pretty quick and smooth. We'll have to talk to her mom about that a little bit. Lynn, what's up with this? Why does she stuck like this all day? Well, you see, there's that time.
She wouldn't be in jail though. Mama B would Mama B would beat down the people who put her in jail. Oh my goodness. Well, listen, we need to get to this hangout. So for those of you that are unfamiliar with the hangout portion, so after our show, like I said, John puts in the link of all these different places, and then you click it, and then you get to join Brady Bunch style with all of us, and we're just going to hang out, and we're going to talk for a little bit. Very similar to what you would do, say, after a seminar at a convention where you just kind of hallway talk. And that's really what this is about. So if you have questions, you have different stories you want to add, all those kind of things, hang out. That's where it's going to be. We will be back. John, are we doing Labor Day?
We didn't
talk about that.
No, we didn't. Let's just plan. We're going to take next Monday night off because we need to kind of wrap up.
Oh God, it is Labor Day weekend.
It is Labor. Yeah, so we'll probably take next Monday night off. We do have one of the convention series shows going up next Monday, but I believe it's going to be a recorded one. I think that's what we had planned for that. So yeah, we won't be doing anything live. I don't believe next week.
All right. Well, anyway. I got 5, or Shani's got 5 on it. We'll be back in 2 weeks, where we'll be talking about some different things. And I actually have an idea for a show that she might want to use for that week. But if not,
I love it. You guys send me your ideas. Still, some of you guys have been, and I love it. Like when you're like, can you do more stuff about like music? Can you do this? Remember, this is not like the other shows where we take the whole show to talk about like a controller or something. So please send the other ideas that you guys have been sending me because I've been trying to do more with the artists and the music and the stuff that you guys wanted. So send them my way. You guys all have all my social media outlets. Awesome. And some of you have the bat phone. So
So again, 2 weeks we'll be back for that. But of course, lots of great shows on the DJNTV forum and site and everything else. So make sure you're giving all the support that you can to those other guys as well. They greatly appreciate it, as do we. Again, well, of course we are, but that's another story for another time. Thank you very much. Have a great night,
everybody.